Good morning, Balance Nation. It is a leisure Sunday, and I figured I would jump on here real quick and show you guys something. Share the pain. You can probably see I've got my morning face on. So I haven't talked to anybody yet this morning, but I was thinking of you, Balance Nation. So here's what I'm going to do I'm going to show you the pain of having to do continuing medical education credits to renew medical license that I have to go through every couple of years. So here I'm on a Sunday figuring out these kind of things and what courses I have to take online to finish up my requisites. So without further ado, let's take a look at that. All right, so I'm sharing this with you under fair use. Fair use. So if there's any proprietary stuff on here, it's under fair use. So, so check this out. Clearing my morning voice pipes out. So here's this course. Literally, I'm in this course right now, right? So types of medical errors. So they give all the statistics. So you guys will oftentimes hear me saying things regarding um, the medical community, the establishment of that stuff, and let's see up here just a little bit. Um, and the problems that I have with them. You guys know that I'm known for disagreeing with a lot of things that are out there, calling bullshit on stuff. And the medical community is that. And the statistics are amazing, especially given all the talk and things that's going on lately about um, this silly coronavirus nonsense that's going on out there. So anyway, so the point here is to take a look at the industry reports its errors. It has to, right? And it's really abysmal. Okay. So as we're talking about these, look at these medical errors. Okay. Unintended retention of a foreign body. This is when you go in for surgery and they'll leave in a scalpel, they'll leave in some gauze pads, a suction tube cap, or all kinds of different things. Then they'll also do the wrong site surgery. In other words, that they'll cut off the wrong leg. Say it ain't so. Anyways, or do a surgical procedure not necessarily knowing that they are removing something inadequately. Then there's delays in treatment. Boy, if you ever get socialized medicine, that's what will happen there, right? So, so if you take a look at also different things like this, misdiagnosis, delayed testing, inaction in test results, incomplete treatments. Okay, then you got operative and post-operative complications, and then patient suicide. Following getting the diagnosis, the big see, oh, you have cancer. Oh, what am I gonna do? So you get all this. Then patient falls. Look at this. Anywhere from 700,000 to a million Americans fall in a hospital each year. This is why they insist, because how some people are like, man, why do I have to be rolled out in a wheelchair? Because they want to get you out of the hospital without falling, so that way they don't have a lawsuit on their hands. So I think that's pretty funny. I know people have always asked me, they've hated, like, why the heck do I have to do a doggone wheelchair out? I could totally walk. Well, they don't want you falling. So you got all kinds of stuff like that. Then there's other medical errors that come with just writing things wrong in charts. Putting out things like insulin is a good example of using U as a unit. So just different abbreviations for things, is something, BID or TID or twice a day or 3 times a day. The difference in little decimal points. Okay. Then then there are these studies by the American Pharmacists Association. As many as 10% of prescriptions are dispensed incorrectly. 10%. Holy moly, right? So then they always have to ask, is it the right patient, the right drug, the dose, the route, the time? Look at all this stuff and I'm going with something here in a minute. Then you get the misdiagnosis, right? So if they don't do the name it, blame it, claim it, tame it game right, you got to do all that. Then, of course, there's cancer. 12% of cancer patients are initially misdiagnosed for the practitioner. Could mean a malpractice claim. The patient delays treatment, so forth and so on. So you need more further surgical complication, cardiac related issues, respiratory related issues, obstetric and gynecological issues, unintended retention of a foreign body. They go into that a little bit more. So anyways, here's the deal. There's just so much that can go on when it comes down to going in for medical care these days. So what's the point? So as I go through these, you got to understand medical doctors, or the not medical doctors, but the medical community kills about 350 to 400,000 people a year. That's about as much as malaria worldwide. Can you believe that? About 400,000 in the United States a year. Talk about your pandemic. And that's from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention statistics. I'm not going to go look it up. You guys can look it up. Remember, don't believe anything I tell you. Do your due diligence. Q square, M square, right? So figure that stuff out. So my point is, as I'm going through these painful continuing medical education credits to renew my license, part of it is them telling me, hey, this is how terrible things are on the back end. And so I figured I'd jump on here real quick and say, hey guys, feel my pain. I'm up on a Sunday morning. I don't even know what day it is. Got up at about 7:30 this morning, which is early for me. So that's early for me. I realize the princesses are still sleeping. Anyways, so going through this nonsense, and I thought of you guys, and I just want to let you know, the establishment knows that there's a tremendous amount of error. And what's the moral of the story? Moral of the story is, you need to learn to live life in balance. You've got to avoid going for medical care. If you have something acute happen, definitely go. Okay, I'm not saying that. But if you have an issue that's been bugging you for a year or more, you're in the wrong place if they haven't helped you resolve it. And the reason why you haven't resolved it is because it's your damn fault. That's right, it's your fault. And that's because you only get what you negotiate and tolerate. I know people don't like that statement, but we can go round and round on that all you want. You are fully responsible for everything you have, good, bad, and ugly, in your life. It's a fact, okay? You can make changes. So one of the reasons why I do what I do is because that's my why. That's my passion, why I want to help you guys learn how to, I always say it, live life in balance, because you don't have to be perfect. It doesn't mean you can't eat a Krispy Kreme donut, do a shot of whiskey, smoke a stogie, or never travel because, all the EMF, and oh my God, what are we going to do with 5G? And is there something we got to worry about? People, listen, the bottom line is, there's a lot you could do, but you got to start with foundational stuff. I gave everybody Balance Protocol Prime program at programs.balanceprotocol.com, programs.balanceprotocol.com. And if you haven't gone through that, you need to do that to get the understanding and the basis of where you need a platform in order to do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, you got to start with your environmental inputs, which is why I created the BP Enviro 2.0 program. It's well worth the money and investment as a preventative of having to opt into these things, because it helps you correct so many things in your life. It's absolutely phenomenal. And for some of you are watching this video in Balance Nation, make sure, or even over on YouTube, because this simulcasts over there, put your remarks and comments and thoughts if you've gone through Balance Protocol Prime or Enviro. Let people know what your thoughts about it. And I don't delete the bad ones, as long as you don't use foul language like bullshit. Anyways, put that down there, let people know, so that way it's changed your life for the good, the better, or terrible. If it just totally wrecked your health, let us all know. So anyways, the upshot is, this is why I do this, guys, is because I want you to know that I do a tremendous amount of research. I have a tremendous amount of clinical experience, okay? And this has been the last, quarter of a century for me. It's been over 25 years. And every couple of years, I have to go through a whole bunch of courses. Like next, I got to do the HIV thing. Oh my God, I got to take freaking 4 more hours of hearing about the bullshit that's HIV. It's a complete hoax. Just so everybody knows, that's right. I am an HIV/AIDS denier, okay? So I got to do that course next. So I get that painful smack. And the ironic thing is, I have to pay for it. I have to pay to do that, and pay the service to report it to the board, and all these other kind of fun things. So I do this For you, Balance Nation, that's exactly right. So listen, this is what I'm going to be doing this Sunday. Love you guys, and remember, when I say live life in balance, I mean it. What I mean is you can balance things. You don't have to be perfect, but if you got chronic things that are bugging you, you got to start. And going through Prime and Enviro is the starting things. As the year comes by, there's going to be Balance Protocol Gastro that covers Key 2 of Balance Protocol, Neuro, which covers Key 3, Immuno, which covers Key 4. There's a lot more coming for you guys, but I'm going to walk you through it so that way you're not bogged down by all the noise and confusion. All the gurus and the phonies and the fakes out there, or the people who will go and take a little course or watch somebody like me and then now start putting out content to say, hey, this is how cool this is. Look at me doing it. You got to understand that it's a little bit more convoluted when it gets down to your case. So my last call to action for you is, if you guys are looking to get some help and you want to talk to me about Balance Protocol and maybe connecting you with myself or one of my practitioners that I've trained, please feel free to reach out. You can either DM me here or you can send an email to dragb at dranthonygbeck.com. That's dragb at dranthonygbeck.com. But off I go, guys. I got a lot of work to do. I got, how many credits I got to finish up here by the end of the week? 32 more. Ugh, it's a pain, but a sacrifice for you. Hope this was fun for you, because, man, the medical errors and the problems, the industry knows it. The thing is, you guys pay insurance premiums every month. You pay more in one sidebar. Sorry, again, I got morning voice, just woken up, my swollen eyes. People pay more in insurance premiums for just in case of stuff that you never really even use it, more than what a program would be, like Balance Protocol Enviro. They'll pay 2 and 3 times that amount every year, year after year. And they're not off any better a year later, and that money just goes into the Ponzi scheme known as the insurance world. That's really what it is. So, guys, invest in yourself, raise your standards, come learn Balance Protocol, and get some help. Reach out if you need it, and I'll be here for you. Love you, Balance Nation. Live life in balance.